Hello, greetings once again from Waliczka, near Krakow in Poland. It's been snowing here for the last few days, which is not much fun. Great to look at, but not much fun to actually go out in and clear from the road outside our house. So, anyway, that's how it is, and probably will be for the foreseeable future. Don't really have much to report this time. Just a very quick update regarding the ATV Direct Action LP and other vinyl releases, and a couple of other things in the works. Firstly, all of the direct orders for Direct Action with sniffing glue, with the exclusive edition of this that Mark Perry assembled especially for the first 25 copies of the LP, have now gone. Well, I think I've got 2 copies still to send out, one to a guy in America who buys a lot of stuff from me, and that's much appreciated. So I've still got a copy to send to him, and I found a surplus copy of this which has gone out to somebody, which is due to go out to somebody hopefully tomorrow or Monday. So that's what it looks like. As I said, only 25. Well, I printed a couple extra. I asked for 26, but I found there were 27 printed. So I've subsequently sold the surplus copy. This is what it looks like. So it's typical sniffing glue, printed one side of 80-gram paper, 8 pages, and all of the content, the album Direct Action, and it's all assembled by Mark Perry himself. Fantastic. It's a nice accompaniment to the album, and again, only 25 of those were printed, and I think Mark might be printing a few extra for the launch party that he's doing in Penzance at the end of next week. It's the end of October, end of November at the moment, and I think there's a launch party for the book and Direct Action LP that Mark Perry's doing over the first weekend of December, or second weekend of December, sorry. Yeah, because it's the 1st of December tomorrow, Friday, and the first weekend, of course, is this weekend coming. But the second weekend of December, I believe there's a launch in Penzance, close to where Mark lives. And I think, again, he'll have some other copies of this available. So I don't know how many there'll be in total, but not that many. And the album itself is limited anyway, and I don't have that many left here. Cargo have got their copies now, and I think now that most of the orders have been dealt with, and the mail order copies have gone out, most of them, I think I've still got 2 or 3 boxes to deal with over the next few days. So I think by the early part of next week, everything will have been dealt with. I think I'll have 2 or 3 boxes left, so there are 20 copies in each box. It's doing really well, and considering the nature of the music, I'm especially pleased about that as well. So anybody expecting normal songs on Direct Action will probably be sorely disappointed. The music is absolutely sublime. It's right up my street. Of course, I listen to normal music as well, but I also like the kind of music that's on Direct Action as well. And as I stipulated before, it has more in common with You know, the 60s group, 60s, 70s group, AMM, Organum, the New Blockaders, early Whitehouse, not Amy Winehouse, early Whitehouse. So, oh dear. Who else? That kind of thing, anyway. The kind of things Paradigm Discs would release, you know, or Discus, perhaps, you know, lots of clatter and clang. I think it even has some common ground with, I don't know, the very first Tangerine Dream record, or organisation, you know, the pre-Kraftwerk group, that kind of thing, you know. Lots of improvisation, lots of instrumentation, and electronics, and yeah, not a nice mishmash of all of this stuff. There is a guitar on, discernible on one track. If I remember, I haven't played my copy for a couple of weeks, but yeah, if I remember correctly, I think there's definitely a guitar that can be discerned on one track, maybe two. I can't remember, but it's not ordinary music, you know. But it's an extraordinary listening experience, and I love playing on that ordinary and extraordinary phrase as well. I got it from a Dostoevsky book years ago. Can't remember which one, but there are ordinary people and there are extraordinary people. I always remember that, but I can't remember the book. Maybe Crime and Punishment, actually, or Notes from the Underground. I can't remember, but it doesn't matter. I'm going off at a tangent already. While on vinyl, the final I Am the Dirt Under Your Fingernails double LP reissue of the CD album that came out last year has been put back until late February next year. The same as Edward Caspell's Tales from the Trenches album, LP, vinyl only LP. The reason for this is that both were in limbo. They were both snagged at the test pressing stage at the plant for a month or two now. And last week I thought, well, there's no way these will happen now, and there's absolutely no point to them happening now, right on top of Christmas. This time of the year is pretty disastrous for pushing anything. My distributor in London won't be able to do anything with any new releases that I do now until February anyway. So I just thought we might as well leave those albums until then. And in the meantime, I've just got Puppy 38, my designer friend in Vienna, to update the years on the sleeves as well. So I don't want 2023 adorning the sleeves of both of those records. They will now have 2024 on there because there will be 2024 releases. So I just pushed them back, and I'm very sorry if you have to just wait a little longer. But sorry, this is the nature of the beast. Things get held up at the plant, and they've got held up for so long, for whatever reason, that now it makes little sense to go ahead and just see these things out, in December or January, early to mid-January. Absolutely no point. It's a terrible time of the year for releases. It's as simple as that. The same as the summer months are a terrible time of the year as well. Effectively, anybody involved in releasing music, whether through a label or themselves, at least if they're partly dependent, as I am, on a distributor, there's absolutely no point in doing anything for about 5 months of the year. So, you know, the other 6, 7 months are kind of okay, but the other months are an absolute disaster. So there we are. So I'm leaving Edward Caspel and Final until late January, early Feb, mid Feb next year, and the artwork's been amended on the sleeves in the meantime. The When Worlds Collide double LP is also ready for production now. I absolutely am responsible for delaying this production as well, and you know, it really is down to me, because there's a theme track. You know, my other group Theme have got a track on there now, and I wasn't really satisfied with my vocals. I'm never satisfied with my vocals on Splintered or Theme. I cringe when I hear my voice, even when I quickly check back to these uploads for YouTube as well. I just don't like my voice at the moment. It's a little croaky as well, because I don't know, because our daughter had laryngitis last week, so I probably got something. I probably got some kind of viral infection related to that, you know. So my voice has been a little ravaged for the last 2 or 3 weeks, or 2 weeks at least. Yeah, I don't like my voice. So, and I really didn't like my voice on this theme track, but now it sounds at least bearable to me. The music's fantastic. There's Stuart Carter, who's done the music again for Theme, and this time we got Puppy 38, Puppy 38's own involvement as well. He's got a project called Hiroshima Bend, and I wanted him involved on this theme track. And between Stuart and Michael Everett, or Puppy 38, they've done some really fantastic work that's been ruined by my voice, I dare say. So yeah, so I delayed things there, and that's ready for production as well. So hopefully we'll see that more or less on track for a spring release next year. And the first 100 come with an exclusive Edward Caspel sound card, or postcard of kind of what would you call it? Yeah, sound postcard or sound card. It's the it's like on one side of the postcard you'll have a vinyl pressed onto it, and we're doing 100 of those, and it's got an exclusive Edward Caspel track on there. I think about 55 pre-orders have gone so far, are accounted for. So there are another 45 of those available if you're interested in pre-ordering it. I think it's a really good compilation. Of course, I'm going to say that anyway, but everything seems to work really well. Sean Organ kind of directed the flow of the tracks, but he's done a really remarkable job again in assembling the running order. And yeah, I think it sounds really good. Tracks by, mostly exclusive tracks, I should say, by ATV, Edward Caspel, so he's on the main album as well. Splintered, my other group. Who else? Sinestra, Puppy 38, and Alan Ryder's group. Final. So Justin Broderick has a track on there again. Nip Mott. Who else? Bass Communion. I think that's an exclusive as well. I can never remember, but anyway, it's full of good stuff. So check the shop link below for it. Also, the only other thing that I've done recently, maybe while I since I just mentioned Alan Ryder, um, the next CD release that I'll be doing will be Alan Ryder's long overdue Mummies and Madmen album, and that will hopefully be primed sometime during the next few weeks and be ready for production in late January, early February. Ready for production. Excuse me. So it'll be ready a little later than that, but that will be the next CD release that I do. There is a splintered CD coming, or double CD as well. So uh, more happening on the CD front, but I'll talk about CDs probably next time. In the meantime, again, there's always the ongoing deal available in the shop. If you want to subscribe to the next 7 CDs that I release, and even get the most recent release or two as well by Kleistvar, Ashtray Navigations, JFK, by all means, you know, go to the shop and take out the deal. You know, it's the best and cheapest way of um, getting these CDs. The only other thing I've done in recent weeks is this. I don't often do merchandise, but Puppy 38 did this design for a tote bag that I took to my stall at the Wrocław Industrial Festival several weeks ago. It's quite a nice quality bag, long handled, plenty of room in there for several records, perfect for your record shopping trip, and advertising my label, my main label at the same time. So that's available in the shop as well. I do really like that grey as well, and I keep thinking, oh, that design would look good on a t-shirt, but I don't know. Let me know if you're interested in a t-shirt. If I have enough inquiries, and I know most people don't leave comments. I really don't know why, or don't even like. I get lots of views. I seem to be, or at least this new Fourth Dimension channel on YouTube seems to be picking up again. I've had a few new subscribers, and the last upload had more views than I've had for a while. So things do seem to be picking up, but it does seem that people don't like leaving comments or even hitting the like button. I don't really care about all that bullshit, but I just wonder sometimes if they think if they want to leave something criticizing what I do, then they'll get gunned down. Maybe they will. I don't know. So yeah, because I am pretty hands-on with all this sort of still. You know, I'm not big enough not to be. So anyway, what else? The other thing is the books Lost in Room, the book on Mark Perry. They're still going out. I've still got a number of soft covers here, and the hardback, if you're interested in that, is best ordered through Cargo Records in London. But yeah, I'm still getting copies of this out. Also, because I'd run out of Grim Humour Book 2s, which is this one, I had to order more of these. And because of that, and because I've still got a number of the first book available from 83 till 87, the second book goes from 87 to 90, and then there's a third book happening next year, next spring, hopefully, which I'm finishing at the moment. I'm trying to finish anyway. But I've been pretty busy with the labels the last few weeks. When I'm not working, I'm kind of, or dealing with things related to the family. I'm I don't know what I was going to say now. When I'm not working, I'm doing the labels. That's what I wanted to say. And I haven't had much time for writing recently. I've written quite a number of reviews for Adverse Effect, but I'm just writing them in a file and I'll upload them. I've got about 20 to upload, but I haven't had a chance to even deal with those in the last few weeks. So I am writing reviews, and I am going to return to the grim humour book hopefully next week. But I've been really busy with the labels. That's what I was trying to say. Anyway, I might do a deal for both of those books together in the shop. So if I don't succeed in doing that in the next day or two, and you want both books, maybe it's best to show them this way round. Just let me know. I'll do a deal on both of them together. Outside of the shop, it can be a little. I'll give you a little discount. So, but hopefully, I'll do a deal in the shop for both books together. Yeah, and that's still available as well. But once the soft covers have gone, I think that will be it. And if you're interested in the hardcover, yeah, I've got a small pile here. But if you live in the UK and you want a copy of it, go to Cargo Records. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm also discussing for next year. I think I said there's a Splintered album coming. I have said before anyway. I don't know if I've already mentioned it today, but there's a Splintered album coming. There's a what's the other thing? Bass Communion album coming next year, and there was something else. Oh, and I'm discussing a Hunting Lodge reissue of 3 releases they did between the years 85 to 87. So a little later than the set they did for Vinyl on Demand, which included, I think, their debut album and early cassette releases, and maybe even Will. I can't remember. But my reissue won't include Will. It will include the albums. If I go ahead with this, I'm only discussing it at the moment. It's bloody expensive to do a triple vinyl release. It really is expensive, and it's kind of unknown territory for me. So I'm a little nervous about this, but part of me thinks, to hell with it, go for it, and hopefully there will be enough interest to make this work. If there isn't, then I'll have to live under a bridge, somewhere. But yeah, I certainly won't have money to live in the manner that I'm accustomed to anyway. Yeah, so it's a big gamble for me. That's essentially what I'm trying to say. So there's the Hunting Lodge reissue, and there are a couple of other things in the works as well. But nonetheless, I'll leave it there for now. We've got to over 23 minutes, almost 24 minutes, so that's enough. I'll be back here in the near future anyway, probably in the next 2-3 weeks. I'll be doing another update before Christmas, probably. Yeah, I think that's enough. So thank you very much. And if you've made it to the end, listening to this, crap. As always, if you buy anything directly from me, it's always appreciated. Big or small, big order or small order, 1 CD, 1 vinyl, or sometimes people send huge orders for books and records and CDs, and they're all appreciated, whether it's, again, a single CD order or beyond, so all appreciated. It really helps keep the wheels moving. I say that every time, but it's true. So thank you very much, and I'll be back here again soon enough, maybe without a ravaged voice. So cheers, bye bye.